'Twas the night before Christmas. For who do I see? A Batman in black, all covered in glee. Glee.
Why would he be covered in glee?
For a yellow man would appear behind him. A man with orange hair as well. Oh no, wait, it's green.
No, it's black.
No, I'm talking about Joe.
But why yellow?
Oh. Anyway, forget about it.
Oh, okay.
Forget about it. Okay. Anyway, hey everyone, welcome to the game review for Arkham Origins. You didn't think that we did video game reviews?
Done one.
We've done one, yes, The Last of Us. Very epic game. And after you hear this one, after this one's uploaded, you will hear another one
Yes, you will.
for GTA 5. But, by the way, this is a spoiler review.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, if
Yeah.
you haven't played this yet, you probably don't want to hear this.
Or you do want to hear this because
It's
oh
that
boy.
epic.
So, let me just begin this in a way. Twas the night before Christmas. For who do we see? Black Mask appears, and thugs with him there be. A bounty on his head has quivered the night. The bat, oh no, he's been given a fright.
Oh dear, how did you plan this wrong?
No, I
Oh,
literally
shit.
just came up with that now. Anyway, so a $50 million order has been put on Batman's head.
That's not how it starts.
No, I'm going over the story.
Oh.
Synopsis as quickly as possible.
Okay. Alright.
So, yeah. Batman finds out something's happening in Blackgate Prison. He goes and basically throughout the night, this takes place over the course of 8 hours. Yeah, around 8 or 9 hours in terms of the game.
It did feel like 8 hours.
It didn't. It felt like days. It felt like days. But it's supposed to be relative to real time. Kind of taking on a Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 3. Die Hard 1 being the Christmas thing, and Die Hard 3 being they had access to all of New York. In this instance, you have access to all of Gotham. But so Batman is now fighting off 8 assassins who now want the bounty of the $50 million against him. Tim, how do you feel about this game?
I felt like it, as like the title says, as an origin game, it actually focused on Batman's story.
It wasn't so much of an Arkham
City,
prequel.
yeah.
Like a prequel to Arkham Asylum. It wasn't an origin to that.
No, it was more like an origin of how, not exactly how he became who he was, but how he found his identity.
This is the story of year 2 Batman. So he's a very young, angry Batman.
Motherfucker!
I'll get into that. But obviously he hasn't met a lot of the previous villains that he's met before, as we all know and love to have in this game. But how do you feel about the dynamics of this game? Because coming from Arkham City, which was a big game and that had one of the greatest gameplay mechanics ever created in video games. Did you feel like it translated well into this one?
It did. Throughout the game, you see how he progresses in terms of both his personality and his gadgets. You see how he can how should I say, he adapts with everything that he receives in this game. In terms of the gameplay, it's pretty similar to Arkham City, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's that's the mechanics are the same, man. Basically, the theory behind the guys who took over this at Warner Brothers, Montreal, their motto was, if it ain't broke, there's no reason to fix it, because there's nothing to fix. I liked the fact that everything's felt the same.
Yeah.
However, there were a few noticeable things when I was playing this game. When you try and do counters, I even played Arkham City to take a break from Arkham Origins, and when you counter, it's much more responsive in that one. But in this one, I don't know if it's a bug in this game or because it's a younger Batman. Sometimes when I was hitting counter, I'd actually get hit a few times as well. Yeah.
Is it the martial arts guys?
Not the martial, just when I was in a fight.
A random dude.
Yeah, a random fight. Sometimes I'd be pressing Y or I don't know if it was me or so much the game or because it's a younger Batman.
It's probably I reckon it'd be the game.
Yeah, I
mean, from what I've seen, there are quite a few bugs that came out with its release.
Oh my god, yeah. See, you have this on PC, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I have this on Xbox 360, and if this were any other game, I'd probably give it up. I'd throw it away. But because it's Batman, I thought, all right, I'll give it a shot. And the game is very buggy. This feels very rushed. This feels like Warner Brothers saying, look, Batman's hot right now. We need to put something of Batman out as Batman to be Batman.
I reckon it had enough time to be produced. It's just maybe like the beta testing and everything didn't go far enough.
Yeah, see, like I think in terms of developers, and they should have. I mean, when you see these bugs, they're really prevalent. They're not minor issues. Yeah. They're very big
things
issues.
that can stop you from like finishing the whole game.
There was a point in this game where I got into the fight with Deathstroke. By the way, great mission.
Deathstroke was fun.
Yeah, great fight. So there's one point in the game where I'm fighting Deathstroke, and I find that there's a point where it goes to a cutscene, and my screen goes black, and I'm like, all right, so it must be loading up the cutscene right about now. But
it stays blank.
It stays blank. It doesn't do anything anymore. It's there, boom, done. I was like, Xbox?
Hello.
I had to turn it off and
I think Deathstroke got to your Xbox.
He did. It was the stroke of death on my Xbox. And I had to restart it, and it really pissed me off because, I had to do that entire fight again. Yeah. I have a bit of a problem also with a few of those parts in the game. Obviously, when you're doing the fight with Deathstroke, every time, I don't know if you died at all when you did it.
Probably once.
Yeah, see, me, I died a shitload of times. I'm not a good gamer. I game a lot. It doesn't mean that I'm any good.
He's a good game appreciator, though.
Yeah, I do appreciate a good game, even though I play a lot. But I'm every time I die, I'd have to go all the way back to the start, as opposed to when I was fighting Bane later on in the game. It does it in checkpoints, and that it bugs me in a way where the checkpoints weren't as quick together as one would expect. Even in Arkham City, the checkpoints were kind of relative all towards each other, where there was even a few points where I'd die and the respawn, I'd be out of the building, out of the factory. I wasn't even in the factory anymore, and I'd have to go back into the factory. But did you have any problems like this?
In terms of it freezing and restarting and stuff, not really.
There was also another part. I had to record this. It was so funny. I'm at the bridge at the part with Firefly,
yeah.
And I land there and I'm ready to fight, and all of a sudden the fighting mechanics no longer work, and the AI for the enemies wouldn't even hit me or anything. They were just like, "You scared chicken." It's like, I'm ready to fight. I'm the Batman.
I'm trying to punch you in the face. It's not working.
Few texture pops, but let me get on to the story now. How do you feel about the story overall?
It was more personal of a story than the last two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably best though in this not to think about the continuity of things. No, because it's good in a way that you have everything that you have. When you start the game, you have most of the stuff you have from Arkham City.
Yeah.
So you have the grapnel booster,
which kind of bugs me that you have
cryptographic analysis sequencer, and you have this amazing detective vision new mode. I love it, but it's you kind of think about that technology that he has, and it's that would really benefit society a lot.
Yeah, he keeps it to himself.
But there's also a point in this game where you're in. By the way, I did say this is a spoiler version.
Yeah. All good.
So you're introduced to Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, she is actually Oracle.
/Batgirl.
But she becomes Oracle after she gets shot and paralyzed by the Joker.
Yeah.
Now, at no point in this game, you get all your gadgets and stuff, and they're all high tech.
Yeah.
It's all high tech gadgetry. However, that's a 20-year gap Ish.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure if it's a 20-year gap, but it's a long enough gap to where Batman shouldn't have the technology he does then and have it also in the future
Later,
games.
yeah.
Like I know it's supposed to be good for the game and help players interact with the game, but
Yeah.
it's just it's a little, it kind of brought me out a bit of the game when that happened. Like
Yeah.
like just knowing how far, like how much technology he has back in Arkham Origins that he does
Still
have
uses.
and he still uses in Arkham
Yeah,
City.
if like I would assume he'd keep the stuff that he knows works.
Yeah.
Like in this game, like he starts with his bare minimum, just the batarang, the claw, and the sequencer, and his detective vision.
Yeah.
The rest he either develops or gets from the villains he defeats.
But it's still very similar in terms to what you got in Arkham City.
Well, yeah.
And I'm not sure how big of a gap between those two are. I mean, then again, in both Arkham Origins and Arkham City, he does create these gadgets from the environments around him. I really like the story that it kind of... It seems to really be heavily adapting from certain movies and certain comics.
Comics, yeah.
Like, I had recently reread The Killing Joke. Because I love The Killing Joke. That's one of my favorite 45-page comics. And there's a sequence where you're doing a flashback as Joker. Which I loved. I loved that
awesome,
one.
yeah.
That was really awesome. Where, Harley Quinn's talking to him as her original name. I forget what it is.
Harley Quinzel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quinzel. And, Joker's kind of narrating, and he's narrating in a flashback, and you get to kind of walk through this flashback. And I thought that was really creative, but it was really reminiscent to the way of The Killing Joke.
Yeah, and it's extremely relevant to Batman and Joker's relationship.
Yeah, I mean, and it was the introduction, because those two had never met before.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, both Batman and Joker, because this is an Origins, they're much younger.
Yeah.
But the Batman in this felt a little bit Nolan-y. He was very angry.
Yeah.
And, where is he?
When he grabs yeah.
I mean, there's a point when he's there with Killer Croc, and he's like, Black Mask, put a bounty on my head.
Bashing him up.
Yeah. Where is he?
Yeah.
Where is the Joker? And at those points, I was like,
It's only like at 2 points. It's only there and when he grabs Penguin.
Yeah, I think there's a few other points as well. But even when he's right at the end, when he's with Joker and he's beating the crap out of him. The Joker in this one, he doesn't seem as maniacal and evil as compared to Asylum and City. It's a younger Joker.
He's still crazy.
He's still crazy, but he's more angry.
He's
crazy.
Kind of more sane.
Exactly. So he's kind of tamed down, and so at points when he's like, "That's not funny at all," and he's like, you can see that he's actually genuinely angry at this point, and serious. Whereas it's kind of a complete contradiction to the way that it is in the other two games and the comics.
Oh yeah.
Where it's all a big joke to him.
Well,
it still is, but this joke has taken a more serious tone.
Yeah.
So, I still love it. I love Troy Baker as Joker.
As the new voice actor.
As the new voice actor of Joker. He sounded just like Mark Hamill.
Yeah, like, pretty much exactly.
I didn't even... And the... Jesus, who's the other guy? Roger Craig Smith. He did the voice for Batman.
For Batman, yeah.
Pretty much sounded the same as well.
Yeah, I could see the difference, though.
But it was similar enough,
yeah.
In a way to where I still enjoyed it, where I was still like, this guy's got it. This guy's got it right here. Any other things about this game that you...
How do you feel about actually seeing Alfred?
I love that we actually got to see Alfred for once.
Yeah.
It was definitely refreshing, and the story that they have when...
between them.
Between the two, and good. When he's like, you're not a hero, you're a vigilante with a blah blah blah. And he's like, blah, and then he's like, why are you doing this? Fuck you. Fuck you. Save my peanut butter and jelly sandwich for later, Alfred. I'm finding... No, but there's a great point when every time you go back to the Batcave, and he shoots up to his bat plane.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was bugs in that for me at that point.
Really?
Every time, every single time, there was always a bug.
For grappling up to the plane.
Yeah.
What happened?
It was just like the sequence cut, it froze, and then sound just manipulated again and again, and then it continued on. But I definitely liked the part when he's like, when Batman, because he's always going back to the Batplane, and there's the point when Alfred stops him and he's like,
yeah,
you know, you're not like these people. I'm obviously, you know, reinterpreting.
It's like a young, angry...
Yeah, he's like, you're just a young, angry kid with a trust fund.
Yeah.
And he's like, I am not the same child that, you know, you used to drive on dates.
Yeah.
I am the reason that criminals breathe easier when the sun rises.
Yeah.
I thought that point there was a really cool scene. And also with Bane.
Bane!
Yes, it wouldn't be a video game without Bane in it! And a very smart Bane. And
he's always been smart.
And this shows the origins of him.
And how he...
his drive.
Yeah.
But it was like, there was a cool part in this game where Bane actually breaks into Wayne Manor, finds the Batcave.
Yeah, he actually finds out that it's Bruce.
Yeah, he finds out. And then, obviously, throughout the game, because the TN1...
Yeah.
TN1 formula, he physically forever becomes distraught with the Venom now, and that makes him lose his memory.
Permanently breaks his memory.
But I love that younger Bane.
Yeah, he's so
he was
badass.
He was badass. However, I felt there was one too many times where you had to keep fighting Bane.
You only fight him twice.
3 times.
Oh, if you count the last.
Yeah, exactly. And that last one, I was just like,
the fuck, dude?
I just want to finish this game. Why won't you let me finish this game? That last point on that last fight that you have with Bane and and you're down at the prison.
Yeah.
It's very similar to in Arkham City when you're trying to take down Freeze.
Yeah.
That point when you're fighting against Freeze in Arkham City, it felt unnecessary. This point when you fight against Bane, I kind of felt the same way. It was unnecessary. Again, I mean, you had just had the fight with him
Bane,
up
and
above.
then you gotta fight him again.
And then you gotta fight him again right away, and his health is fully 100% restored.
Yeah, you're like, fuck.
I know, it was a little bit annoying, but I love the shockwave gloves that he has this time.
Oh, it's so good, eh?
I feel like such a boss once they fully charge up and
everybody.
you're running everywhere, you're beating them
like
up.
A rampage. Yeah, man.
I'm Batman. Was there any other part of this game where in the story, like particular part of the story that you really loved?
Pretty much the twist where whoever was
Black Mask.
being Black Mask was actually Joker.
That was
really so good.
Oh my god, that cutscene where he's like, "Can't you just play along?" And then he switches back into his Joker voice, and then he's like, "Well, technically, it is my operation, all right, boys."
They all changed their masks.
And they all changed it. That at that point when that happened, I was both happy because it's like, oh, that was sick.
Yeah.
You know, that just happened. It's Joker. And at the same time, I'm like, oh, it's another Joker story. I mean,
it's Joker story.
I know, but like the way that all the movies and like the highest point, because in the Dark Knight trilogy, obviously my favorite is the Dark Knight, and that was really heavily
I thought
prevalent.
your favorite was Rises.
No. It's always been Dark Knight.
Cool.
I've always said this. I've even said it on another podcast.
Sweet.
I do love Dark Knight Rises too, though. Don't get me wrong, but my favorite out of the 3 is Dark Knight. But the point in that film was and what that kind of caused to the whole movie industry. It showed that a villain can take the role and take the lead.
Like a main role.
Yeah. And everybody's loved the Joker from then on, and then the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City were both about Joker.
Yeah.
And the comics, like I don't know if you read the comic books, but my favorite storyline, Death of the Family, that's part of the revamped New 52.
Oh, yeah.
It's about Joker again.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, that's because they're rivals, so...
Yeah, they are each other's greatest rivals. And when it was an origin story, I was like...
It might not be Joker.
I was like, wow, so they're actually doing a fresh perspective and a fresh take on telling this story where Joker's just a side character because, you know, obviously they revealed him in the trailer.
Yeah.
back at E3, and I was like, oh, so, you know, they just might be mentioning him a little bit, and, like, you know, he's in it, you might need to take him down, but I don't know if he's going to be the main story plot to this, and then all of a sudden at that reveal point, it's like, oh my god, it's Joker! So yeah, it's just always Joker.
But, like, in Arkham City, like, at first, you think it's, like, mostly about Hugo Strange.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You don't think it's Joker till later.
Until the big reveal in that one where he's like, when Joker infects him with the blood.
Yeah.
And then again in this one where I honestly thought it was going to be a Black Mask story. And boom, Joker. I still loved it. Don't get me wrong. Internet, do not get me wrong out there. I love...
They're gonna hunt you.
I know.
It was really good.
I loved it. I still love this. The story was really good. However, that being said, if this game... If they hadn't announced this game and it wouldn't have come out, I'd still be happy without it. I mean, this one didn't have as much of an impact on me as Arkham City did.
Because
especially that ending with spoilers, if you haven't played Arkham City, where, you know, it's like Joker dies at the end of it. And so also with this one, it kind of felt like there was no worry for me with any of the characters.
What do you mean?
Like, at no point was I ever like, oh, so Batman might die in this one.
Well, you can't.
Joker might die. Exactly, because you know
it's an origin story.
You know there's going to be other... And there are already other games out there because of it. So, because of that aspect, like, it's the same with any other origin.
That's the hard thing about prequels.
Yeah, that's one of the toughest things about prequels.
You know who's going to live.
Yeah, that's true. It's... You know who's going to live and you know who's going to die. One thing that did catch me a little bit off guard is when Alfred actually dies in this game.
Like,
and you have to shock him back to life, and he's failing at it. And I was like, wait,
Alfred's dying? And he, like, one more punch.
Yeah, and then one more punch. And there was a really cool scene when Alfred dies, and he's in there in the bat suit, and then switches back to where his parents died in that alley. And also, how do you feel about having the entire Gotham City in this game?
I don't know. It kind of... Well, because it's... it later becomes Arkham City. If you notice the landscape.
Half of it.
Yeah, half of it.
Yeah.
After the bridge.
Yeah, after the bridge. Yeah.
That was cool how you could see how it changes from Origins to Arkham City.
Yeah.
But yeah, the map was good. I don't know about the whole Batwing drop-off. That felt kind of rushed. Like, how it had to load and everything.
Oh, I didn't have so much of a problem with that because, you know, unlike Tim or any of the other guys on Off the Chest podcast, I'm not a completionist.
Oh, damn it.
I like to just get right into the story because once I'm into the story, you have these side parts where, with Riddler, although in this game he's not called Riddler, and then Batman's like, I'm gonna call you Enigma. I randomly guessed your name. But, yeah, so obviously Riddler's back. You get your Riddler challenges again in this one.
If you finish Riddler challenge, it's such a reward.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I finished.
Okay, so you take the wheel on this. I haven't even done it.
Once you take out all his relays, you basically just...
They're data packs this time. They're not the trophies.
Yeah, they're not trophies or anything. They're just data packs that are hidden around the city. And basically, once you find them all, and you destroy all of Riddler's relays, you go in and you destroy like the mainframe that's holding all the info. So he can't, like, you foil his plan basically.
Yeah.
But then you go into the secret room after destroying it, and you find a Riddler trophy. That's how it starts. It's got all those like pads and things that he hides around the city later. Yeah, that's how it starts. That's how he starts chucking stuff everywhere.
Neato, gang, neato.
So cool.
Oh wow, what a game. Well, just with the city, I want to quickly mention this. It's a very big city. However, it doesn't feel as fluid. Like there's certain points when you're flying around, and there's points of lag in it.
I had a glitch where you glide.
Oh, really?
You kind of hop.
Yeah.
You hop glide, and for some reason you get higher. It's like, what's going on? It goes for like 5 seconds.
Well, I've played this on the Xbox. I've played versions on the PS3 as well, and same kind of issue arrives when you're just trying to go a long distance.
Yeah.
There's points of lag that you reach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so...
they've released patches and stuff, so they've fixed a lot of it now.
Then again, I'm an offline player. I'm a campaign player, so I kind of don't want to mention too much the bugs in this game, even though that was a big disheartening factor for me in this game.
Like, it's disheartening, but for the true fans out there, it won't stop them.
No, because obviously they're going to have the updates, and obviously for anyone who's listening to this who hasn't played the game yet and doesn't really care about spoilers, the version of the game they're going to get is obviously going to be a more updated
Less
version.
bug-free,
And, less bug-free.
I mean, more bugs. God damn it! Less bugs.
Yeah, but in the city, it felt dead. It was just criminals around.
Yeah, it's like no one else was around. It's just criminals and SWAT.
And you know, because one of the very first lines in the game is that, you know, citizens are being warned that they need to stay indoors because of the heaviest winter fall on this night. But would you really expect every single person to stay indoors and remain indoors?
It would have been good to see like some civilians at least.
Yeah, because even in Arkham City, you know, you get the political rallyists who have been in prison, and you got to save them. There are a few times in this game where, you know, you get the surveillance call when you hear the GCPD.
Yeah, but that's different.
Can't get the dispatch, but like there's no citizens around.
You don't even see cars drive around.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Everything, it's a dead city.
It's a dead city.
Which is really odd because coming from GTA 5...
Which is full of life.
And it's full of life, texture, detail, so much. I don't want to go into that, but ratings time.
Oh, shit.
You guys know how we do it. We do it from 0 being the worst to 10 being the best.
Mm-hmm.
And we give a little reason as to why. What it is what it is. Tim, what do you give this?
I have to give Arkham Origins a 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
A 9 out of 10.
Like, okay, I understand there's bugs and everything, but I think it depends on the person and their luck with the bugs. Because for me, there's only like a few. Like, they didn't annoy me. There was only one that really bugged me, which was not letting me finish a side mission. But other than that, it does its purpose as its like main goal, which is an origin story. It gives you that. The gameplay has remained the same, so that people who, I don't know, aren't exactly friendly with the combat system still have a chance.
It still has one of that great combat system.
Yeah, it's not like it's fully revamped or anything.
No, yeah, like as they said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly.
But that kind of mentality, when people say that, I immediately my mind immediately goes to Call of Duty. And I know I shouldn't, but yeah, I'm really surprised. You know,
yeah, but this is the first game where the gameplay is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Whereas Call of Duty is
Call of Duty, bro.
Games that are the same.
Yo, bro,
See,
Call of
that's
Duty.
The thing.
Worst thinglet, bro.
Like for this is probably like a one-time thing where they've just kept the gameplay similar. Whereas Call of Duty is like every single thing is the same.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I really enjoyed this story to it. I really did like this story. However, it kind of felt like the same old from Arkham City. But I felt like Arkham City did a better job of telling the story that it was presented with. There are parts of this game, obviously, when it happens in cutscene in this one where the Joker reveal and just however that scene with Joker doing the storytelling, but I don't know, overall I kind of felt like so I'm gonna hate myself for doing this.
Don't worry, your rating will change with time.
It probably will. Okay, right now I'm at a 7.5.
Yeah.
I could probably go up to an 8, but I'm going to stick with 7.5. Don't get me wrong, this is a very good game. It's very good. I don't give 7.5 lightly. Because 7.5 is still good.
Yeah.
It's still good. It's not as good as Arkham City. As good as Arkham Asylum? In my opinion, yeah, it does have its moments.
Yeah.
However, just overall, it felt like... You know when you have, like, your favourite hamburger or your favourite burger from your favourite restaurant, you have a first time and it's a new experience and you're like, oh my god, and you rush it down too quickly.
Yeah.
The second time you have that burger, you're like, oh my god, the sensation of all the mouth, the feel, the taste, the texture. 9.5 out of 10 for this burger. And then as you go on and as you have more of the burger, more frequently, it's just it's still good. It's still definitely good,
but it's not new.
It's not new. It's not as fresh. Like the idea is still, the taste is still good, but the idea is cemented in your mind of what the pinnacle of something can achieve. But because you've already had it before, you're never going to reach that that equilibrium again. I mean, you're falling short of it. But hey, very good game. I love the story. Love it.
I think this is the first one that has proper cinematics throughout the game. Arkham City only had one at the end, right?
No, it has it throughout it as well.
Like proper cinematic graphics.
I thought
all the cutscenes were done with game engine graphics.
I can't really remember.
No.
I know the intro to it doesn't.
Where Hugo's like standing.
Yeah.
And
I
know the ending does when he walks out.
Yeah. But no, right at the start when Bruce Wayne's talking at the rally.
Yeah.
But I really did enjoy those cinematic things.
Yeah.
In fact, I might actually find a YouTube video of it and just watch them all. But hey, there you go. Tim gives it a 9. I give it a 7.5.
It's an
Still
8.5.
loved it. It's
8.5.
8. I'm on uni holidays. I don't want to do
8 1/4, guys.
Yeah. Close enough. YouTube.com/Off the Chest Podcast. Check us out for more video game reviews that are coming, along with a special feature of the PlayStation 4. I'll be getting that on November 29th. And
are you excited?
I'm excited, so I'll be looking forward to doing a podcast with you guys and talking about it. And
he'll pretty much just be running through the screen.
Running through and come everywhere. And
so sleek.
So sleek. I'll also be getting the Xbox One, but a little bit later. I won't be getting
probably
that
when
until
the prices drop.
Probably until the end of 2014, but if you guys are interested, let me know if you want us to do an unboxing video for it. I mean, I'm sure I can hold off until November 30th, because I'm getting that at midnight, so I can hold off.
We can just record it the night and get it.
We'll see.
We'll all be there with flashlights. Open it!
But guys, comment. Let me know within the next week and a bit, because it comes in Australia on November 29th, so I needs to know.
Needs to know if he wants to box it for you guys.
Yeah, otherwise I'm just going to go straight into playing it.
He's just going to fuck you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, thanks for listening everyone. Good day.